Hello there and welcome. I'm Ole Brøgger, and if you're new here and you like my builds, I really hope I will earn your subscription today. This is going to be a one-day build because I think this boat is kind of empty and I need some scatter terrain for it. And we also need maybe a tiny boat for tendering from the big boat to an island or whatever will go on. So we got some scrap foam here, glue gun, coffee stir sticks, and my Proxon. Let's get started. Okay, first I will cut out some cubes that are 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch, and these are for some crates that will provide cover and take up some more space in the cargo bay. I cut out 6 of these cubes in total. We need some side cutters, glue gun, and some coffee stir sticks. And I also have these colored matchsticks. They've been laying around for a couple of years and I don't even remember where I got them from. I started to cut up the coffee stir sticks and I just measured by the eye on the cubes. It will still be a bit crooked and I really like the look of that. I've cut out a bunch of coffee stir sticks into the right length and I started to use my glue gun. And here the problem started. The glue gun didn't turn out as expected. It was a bit messy and it always pulled long threads and it was stuck where I didn't want it to go. So I turned over to use white glue. And while the glue was drying, I was downloading some STL files with some barrels in different sizes, some smaller crates, and set up a print. And while the printer was running, I was gluing on some of the matchsticks to all the corners of the boxes. The crates are done, and now let's have a look at how the prints turn out. I think they will need some cleaning. There was a lot of small and tiny pieces, and I think I'm gonna skip those because I just need the big stuff for the cargo bay. I will save the things I don't use for a later project, but for now I'll just hide it away. I will prime it all with my airbrush using a matte black from the Army Painter. Then I will give it a centerful highlight with this Israeli sand from Vallejo. I have a lot of this dark wood speed paint in stock, so I will use that on top of my highlight. To give it some more weathering, I will use this cavern base. I will just dry brush it on because I still like the glow of the dark wood speed paint on bottom, so this is just to make it more weathered out. The crates were still a bit too dark, so I used this monster brown just to make it pop a bit more. I also needed some spare planks for the ship, just in case something broke or anything. Now, this is just for making some more stuff for the cargo bay. I cut up some coffee stir sticks and put them to length, glued them together in a stack, and then I used the same stain as I used on the ship's deck. We also need a tiny boat, maybe a life raft or tendering from a bigger boat to an island or something totally different. I got this 3mm foam board from a hobby store in Germany. It was quite expensive, but I think it is worth using this for this purpose. This is not going to be historical correct or anything. The dimensions will also be a bit oversized, but this is only built for playability. I needed to contain at least 5 miniatures, and I will just cut something up to match the size of that. And it was a bit too small in my first attempt, but that's what's happening when you're just trying to eyeball things. So I will have to cut a new one. In my second attempt, I will keep the same width, but I will make it 1 inch longer. I will also smooth the edges with a piece of sandpaper. We also need some planks for the boat, and this blue foam is a bit more stiff than the white foam from the Army Painter, so I will hope it's possible to bend it. I cut up some 5mm strips and I will use my glue gun to put down the boards on the bottom of the boat. And the heat from the glue actually helped me soften up the foam so it would bend easier. I built up 2 layers and then I sanded it up to smooth things out. I smoothed out the front of the boat and I would put down a piece of material here just to make it more interesting to look at. And now we have a boat with room for 5 of our great heroes. To bring out some wood grains, I will use this steel brush just to roughen it up. It's time for some Mod Podge. This is Mod Podge mixed with black paint and a tiny drop of water. Thank you for the recipe, Jerry, from Black Magic Craft. I'll just dry brush the boat with some craft paint. This is chocolate brown. And then I will dry brush it with this Israeli sand just to highlight all the edges. Coffee stir sticks as planks for the bottom of the boat and some PVA glue from the army painter. Using an old brush to spread out the glue, cutting up some coffee stir sticks as planks, and we are done. Almost. We still need to stain the boards, and I'll use the same stain that I used for the big boat. I really love this stuff. It just brings out the natural grains from the coffee stir sticks. And now our heroes are ready for a boat ride. I also 3D printed these treasure props from the Loot Studio pack Ship Ahoy. Then we can put in the boards. These crates with rum, there was some empty and full cases. They are also from the Ship Ahoy package. And the same thing is for these barrels. They are also from the Loot Studio Ship Ahoy package. And we also need to put in our crates. And of course all the rest of the cargo. Big barrels and small barrels. Well, this project took a bit more than 1 day. This is the day after I started and we are on our way to wrap this video up. We got our tiny little boat down here with our heroes and we got the bay of the ship full of cargo. I still need my package for the next project. I hope it will arrive this week. Maybe the next video will be a bit delayed, but who knows. Thank you so much for watching this to the end. I really appreciate you being here. Like and subscribe if you want to. There's no pressure. It will just help me a lot. Goodbye for now.